guys, holy shit! Did y'all see what I did? Bugsy, you pulled out so much shit. Let me read back. Let me read back. Let me read back. Let me have our little robot pal read back the minutes because you literally went fucking ham. Like Bugsy. You freaking like you were throwing you were throwing bombs, you were shooting. How did you get a crucible blade? Oh yeah, wait a minute. You were like the Doomslayer in that one universe. You took that. Black hole bomb. Rance and everybody else was going crazy. You guys were like, man, Gam, I saw you were like you were just punching and just dancing like you were Eddie Gordo. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even know you knew how to do capoeira. Actually, it's not even that hard, but yeah, it's fucking awesome. And he and my beautiful pal Zet, she freaking threw one of those swap outs like it was nothing. I was like, damn. Yeah, your harem was watching. Yeah, they were. But back to the point while we're here. Amy, like, we didn't really have time to really talk about most of the shit. But let me just say this. Amy, Sonic been trying to talk to you the moment he got back. And the moment Percy came around, you're like, ew, Percy, no! And the simple fact of the matter was, it's like he was trying to talk to you, but you always keep running off. Whenever there's something really serious and emotional, you run off. When Rouge was crying about freaking Shadow, you ran off. When literally y'all are having this very emotional moment, you ran off while Sonic was crying his fucking eyes out. Amy, you ain't ready for love. You ain't ready for serious relationships. I'll say that right now. Friendship, yes. Friendship, yes. Maybe a date or two, but you ain't ready for actual relationships. Straight up. You're too like, how can you be emotionally distant on some of the times, but most like we're not even friends because you take your anger out on everybody. You don't even take even when someone slights you, you don't even take your anger out on the actual people who actually fucking did you wrong. Sonya and freaking Dexter, but you ain't doing nothing to them. You went after everybody else but them. I've known other Amy's from other different universes who would literally put the hurt on Sonya and Dexter. You? Nah. Be mad at everybody else. Call everybody else a jerk because that's better than actually owning up to your actual mistakes. Oh, you want to be alone. You want to be alone. You don't need anybody. You don't need any of this. Isolation isn't the answer, Amy. You know what is? Maybe if you actually, I don't know, learn from this little thing and try to do better. Stop taking your anger on everybody when you're fucking mad. It's not anybody's fault. It's not Sonic's fault. It's not Tails' fault. It's not Percy's fault. It's you. It's always been you because you have it in your head what you want. Okay? And it didn't work out so well. So you went after people. Hell, Dynamite said literally because you're not the Amy he looked up to because you basically use everybody as stress toys whenever you're mad. If we were there, we'd have thrown we would have thrown your pink ass into a cell. It'd be over. You staying in there until you calm down. I'd tell my agents, be like, watch her thoroughly. Do not let her escape. And she's stuck in there. I don't care what she says. I don't care what she does. Them bars are reinforced. This cell is reinforced. She can't even dig out. So make sure she stays in there, and y'all get a bonus if she does. I gotta be honest. I would literally fucking say, dude. I would literally say, dude. If she don't get out, you guys still get bonuses. But I'm just saying, we keeping her in that cell. Like, oh my god. I know we're out here fighting these fucking egg ponds like crazy, but I'm just saying, it's annoying that Amy can't even get her hand in the game. That's why she can never be a mailman. She can never be a mailman agent because she dated it within our ranks. I can't trust her or the I probably couldn't trust her or the agent to do a good job. Like, if she was one of my subordinates, I'd be like, Amy, you are dismissed until further notice. Like, literally, until you get your head together, you stand far away from the institute. That's only if she was part of the Mailman Institute, Bugsy. But like, honestly, I personally believe she isn't even cut out for that right now. Tell her fucking mental state is better. I doubt her mental state will ever. I doubt her mental state is gonna fix right now. That's gonna take like weeks, months. She needs to understand that like she really is the sum of what's wrong with her. Ain't nobody else. She's just trying to push the blame. Then she's just looking like she's looking for someone to blame. And it's Percy. And I feel bad for Percy because Percy only just wanted to date Sonic, and she gotta deal with all these motherfuckers being dumb and judgmental and stupid over nothing, and Rosemary's bitch ass. I thought in an alternate universe you got with Rosemary though. Yeah, I got with the alternate universe Rosemary, but the regular Rosemary, I don't think there ain't no way I can still do the trick, even if it's with my because like the Bugsy effect, like it has to work on someone who actually kind of wants it. It can't work on someone who doesn't. So if you ain't really feeling me, it's not gonna really do anything to you, really. Is that how the Bugsy effect works? So wait a minute. The reason why it works 99% of the time because some are all want you on some level, basically, and it just pushes out what's already there. I didn't know that's how that works. Well, yeah, basically. But yeah, the thing about Amy is she's just not trying to. She thinks that she doesn't need anybody because she got told off. Let's be real. She got told off, and I told her about herself, and she wasn't ready for it. I think it's just more indicative that Amy has a weak mindset, and I mean that as like you should like the fact that she, and let me say who I am. I'm Gamma Bugsy. I'm here talking, and I'm like, like I'm talking now, and I just want to say this. It's like, whenever you really, really think about it, she has a weak mind state because it's like she blames everybody else for her fucking problems. Fucking Dexter went with Sonya, and now Dexter is like our Dex here. Hey, but that one didn't. But Dexter didn't go to Budapest to have a sexy mole fest. He didn't have that. Hey, how we know he didn't have that now? Oh, I'm glad we didn't bring Dex along. Yeah, he probably wouldn't want to be here anyway. But anyways, like we were saying, yeah, let's keep going. So anyways, like you were saying, I really believe that like at the end of the day, Amy has to fix herself from within, and she has to want it. I mean, I know Bugsy, you keep saying, these guys need therapy, these guys need therapy. But at the end of the day, they have to want the therapy on some level. Just because we keep saying it doesn't mean they're gonna do it. And I feel like Tails needs a little bit of therapy. I feel like maybe Milo does too. You know, some of the curve, all that sociopathy it's got going on. I don't know if that's a word, but I'm saying it now. He needs something to curb. Like I feel like Tails needs to socialize with people his own age because he's the, he's the smartest one there, yeah. But he needs to socialize with somebody like teens his own age, or at least people that share an interest with them. They don't have to be the interest of like science. Probably Warhammer stuff. He needs to try and get out there. I feel like the friend group has always hindered Tails. He has never tried to get out of that comfort zone because the comfort zone is too much. The comfort zone is like too easy for him. So he's gonna sit there and be like, "Oh well, I gotta get Sonic back. Oh, I gotta do this. I gotta go get Rouge because like I want that." That's like, that's the thing that someone needs to tell Tails. Lust and love are two different things, my homie. You need to understand that you can love somebody. You love somebody, right? And that lust can come naturally. But if you love somebody at first, the love, the relationship is not gonna go the way you want. And the fact that Rouge is way older than him is like not gonna happen. And the thing that like Shadow, and let's be real, Shadow does have his share of boneheaded moves in this universe, and we both know that. He should be He should be like giving Amy days off. That's one. Instead of instead of Shadow just basically talking about his problems and his complaints and trying to get Amy at the bottom because Amy don't want to talk. I'd be like, okay then, Amy, strike me as hard as you can, but I will warn you, I ain't gonna miss. So you just fight her. Yeah, she don't want to talk. Okay, let your little hammer do the talking, and let me show you my way of speaking. Because if she don't want to, because that's the thing. Side tried diplomacy and it worked, but she just still feels like it's not her fault. Very dark, very, very Dirk Strider. Like it's not even her problem, but it's like yeah, it is your problem. You out here planning to get rid of Percy and shit. I don't care if you don't like her. Sonic with her, you need to be at least a little bit civil. If you ever wanted to really be his friend, but when I really think about it, did she ever want to be his friend, or did she always want to get something more? Was the friendship only a pretense for her to just want to get with him? Because I look at some of these older recordings, podcasts, and she's like, "Oh yeah, we're friends." It's like no, but she's like they're friends. She wanted something more, but it's the thing. But the thing about that is, Amy, yeah, you idolize Sonic, but that's the thing. When Sonic came back, that's when your idolization. That's where it failed. It failed because literally you don't see Sonic as this flawed human being that has had a fucking rough childhood. You see this. You see this. You see this hero, this immovable force, this 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 freaking unstoppable monument of heroism, but you don't see him as the person he is. So when he finally came back after all these years, you actually got to see what he is when he's not being a hero. You literally finally get to see how broken Sonic is. Instead of actually trying to help him, you literally just treated him like shit. And I don't care what any of the other freaking people in the Super Hentai Bros forum says, man. Like y'all get be all y'all can be all sympathetic towards Amy, but like, let me just tell you, homies, you gotta see it through the perspective that you're going through. Because if you were in that situation that Sonic's in, would you be as favorable? Would you be as favorable to Amy as you would be right as you're being right now? Remember, y'all third parties. Personally, I love. Oh wait a minute, dude. They they said Miss Risk Free Amy can't stand to see other people happy, and four people voted. Sonic is neglectful, egotistical, lazy, and disrespectful. To those four people, yeah, you guys are little Amy fans, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. But you guys don't get what was actually going on because you see Amy as this poor little, doll that needs your attention. But all these people, right? All these people that voted Amy needs to take risks and try to put herself out there and all this other stuff, they see it because I think it's really about people experiencing, all this shit firsthand themselves in some way. And the thing about it is, I don't think the four people have experienced something like this, and that's okay. But Amy, like to me, Amy has to grow, folks. Sonic's trying to do that himself. I mean, me, I know in every video, the Bugsy Council, the rest of us, we always try to make it look like we have everything together, but we kind of don't. I mean, we kind of don't, but at the same time, we gotta put it together for the people that depend on us to do a good job, the people that depend on us to to keep everything flowing. We can't just back away because shit's going on. If we got something going on in our personal lives, we fight. We do what we can, and that's who we are. That's how we do things, you know. But I feel like Amy. I feel like Amy doesn't understand that what she did and all the stuff she was saying, all the things she was doing was wrong. And that's why I feel like she may have grown up a little bit, but she still has that childlike mentality of what love is. And we've kind of seen it. Like, you love somebody. She said if you love somebody, you don't even have the right to like split from them or break up with them because it's like a promise. But there are some times when people are either unfaithful or it's just not working out. It may have worked out for a time, but it doesn't work out now. You can't stick with somebody forever if both parties are not really feeling it. Because then you're just making it bad. And if they have kids, it's worse. That's the thing that Amy don't understand because she still has that childlike mentality of what love is, but she doesn't really know what love is. You know? And I think that's the problem. That's the problem why Dexter and her didn't work out because she didn't really make an effort to try and be, hey, let me help you out of your shell, Dex. Let me help you. Let me help you. Let me help you be a better person. No, from what me and Bugsy gathered, from what me and Prime gathered, is that she's just been coddling the man. And Dexter wanted someone that probably treated him with more respect. Now you can say that what we're saying right now was selfish and late You guys can say we're jerks or whatever. Honestly, to us, we are not the jerks here. Amy is because she ain't trying to see it. She's not trying to see what she's been doing was kind of wrong. She ain't trying to see that she was kind of being a very messed up person. All she was seeing is her comfort and her everything. Since Dexter didn't work out, she wanted everything to go back with Sonic like the way things were, but like Sonic wants to grow and change and actually have a relationship. He wanted a relationship with Amy, and he was saying he thinks he's crazy because he's like, why do you ever think being with Amy was a good idea? Reinforcing those, reinforcing probably those ideals of why getting with Amy was a bad idea when he was a teenager. Amy did that, and yeah, you could say, oh well, Amy was with her boyfriend and she didn't want to leave, but like clearly Amy didn't like being with Dexter and person that she being the person that solely had to take care of him. You know, without him taking care of himself. But Amy never tried to push Dexter to do more to do more things. He never she never she never fucking tried. And what do you get when you don't treat somebody with respect? They usually just go find somebody elsewhere. You know, that's the big gist. The big old, you know, as people would say, that's the rub. Because at the end of the day, you gotta you gotta treat people with respect. And Amy needs to understand in a relationship, it takes two. It's not just one person doing one thing for the one person because they feel sorry for that person. It's two people trying to make things work together. Or in my case, it's a bunch. In my case, because I have a harem, it's a bunch of people working together for the same goal. And that's the thing. Amy doesn't want to work. Amy doesn't want to compromise or work something out with people. She just wants her vision of love, and that's what she wants. But the thing is, her vision and the realistic, the realistic. Help me out here, Cameron. Expectation, the real expectations. Yeah, like the real world's expectation. I mean, the real world's like, you know, actual realism in her little dream of what love should be is not how it is. It's a give and take. But mostly it's supposed to be a give and take together where both people are giving and taking at the same time. Making a kind of feedback loop. See, but the thing about Amy is she's not just calling Dexter and giving him everything he needs and helping him with everything is what she needed to do. When it should be like both parties together should be helping. And then she sees Sonic being happy, like legitimately being happy, and she's mad about that because she's thinking to herself, one, Sonic should have been with me, and two, she probably thinks that Sonic shouldn't feel this happy. I should. Sonic, you know, Amy's always thinking that like because because of her self worth issues, no one's like she isn't worthy of anybody. But the thing is, she is. She doesn't want to see it. And yes, I've been hard and harsh on her. But that's only because she's acting like a fucking gremlin who wants to ruin everybody else's shit just because she ain't feeling that. Just because her life ain't doing well. And that's what's fucked up about it. Because she's not trying to learn anything. She just wants to break down everybody else to feel as bad as she does. And maybe she does need to be alone for a while. And I know a lot of you guys in the Super Head Talk Bros forum don't want to hear that. I know you don't want to hear that. But you gotta understand. Amy doesn't really understand what love is, guys. I'm not saying you have to be like me and have a harem. But you gotta, yeah, she has to understand and compromise and do all these things that normal couples do, and she doesn't do that. You know, all my girls, I compromise with them. Sometimes I don't even go bowling with the guys, but I hang out with them because that's what they want, and I don't want to neglect them. So it's like I do what I do for them. You know, Bugsy, you know, that's what he does. I usually have I have wizard meetings with some of the other wizards. I spend time, you know, but sometimes he don't want me to say, "Hey, spend some time with me," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I'll do that." You know, and me and Gadget will work late into the night when it comes to like machinery or fixing my gauntlets. But we usually spend time together either building something or just kind of kind of talking about our feelings and watching some TV from the Robot Network. You know, spending some time. You know, it's love. You know, with us, it's love. It's lust. It's everything together. Because love and lust can work hand in hand in the right place. Amy needs to understand that Sonic may have done some things, but he's trying. This man hasn't been here. This man has been gone for 5 years. He's a little scrambled. And even we were clowning on him, and I felt bad for that. You know, and now he's just trying to make things right, and Amy just doesn't see it. Doesn't want to see it. Because it's more important to her. It's more important to her that she's in control in some way. That's what I think. That everything stays like it was. That Sonic doesn't get it. Sonic doesn't get a girl. Or if Tails started dating somebody, she probably have something to say about it, but it's not really a big thing to her status quo. But with Sonic dating somebody, that's that's a slap into her world because she wants Sonic at a kind of point where, oh, maybe one day I'll probably get with Sonic. But with Percy, that one day can never happen. So yeah, and Amy's fucked up for this, but I don't really feel sympathy. I don't feel sympathy for her because she shouldn't want things to just stay the same, to be stagnant, to stay where they are. She should want to change along with the world, and not try to force it to stay a certain way just to make her feel comfortable. It's just how it is. But that's just a theory. A Bugsy Council theory. Thanks for watching. But seriously, folks, we here at the Bugsy Council believe that if you're struggling with this shit, go to a freaking therapist. Don't be like Amy. Don't let your rage control you and make you into something you're not. Do your due diligence and try to go and seek help when you need help. You know? And don't be like Amy. Not everything can stay the same, folks. Things change, people change, times change. You can't hold to a bit on. You can't hold into. You can't be holding to. You can't be beholden to a little bit of nostalgia you had in the past. Things have to progress and things have to move forward. That's just how things are. Damn straight. Well, guys, we're still gonna keep. Well, we're gonna be helping out with the final push, so we gotta keep strategizing, and we're getting some food right now. So we'll talk to you guys later. And to Steiner the Whiner, I want to say this to you. Soon, when I'm out of Station Square, you and Tenchi, TikTok, TikTok, like my, like my, like my, like my aspect, TikTok, TikTok, and I mean like a clock, not like the social media shit. Okay, there we go.